All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Wednesday night scrim hosted by Unknown Soldiers and sponsored by Omlet Arcade. So, as always, Omlet Arcade puts up tokens for first, second, and third, and Unknown Soldiers puts up cash for the most kills at the end of 3 rounds. So, last week we had tons of action on scrim for you guys to spectate. Hopefully, we can get just as much going this week. Had some pretty good finishes in all 3 matches. And for once, we actually had some half-decent plane lines. So hopefully this week we can continue that and not have some half-water stuff like weeks before. So in about 30 seconds, we could figure out first plane line for tonight and get this first round underway. Let's go ahead and get the overlay switched up, make the screen a little bit bigger for you guys. Let's get some action going in the chat. Don't know if you're watching on Twitch, Omlet, Facebook, anything like that. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. I believe it is !notify on Facebook. And on Omlet, I believe it is just the plus button underneath the stream itself. All right, so let's check out our first plane line of tonight. And not half bad. It's going to go all the way from the Kameshki area all the way to Hospital in South George. Should definitely see a bunch of people going Severny, like always when the plane line is up this high, as well as Zakari all over North George. And I don't really expect a whole lot of people going Novo Military Base in this one. I expect to see basically the whole south side of the main island right here, where Milta Power, Milta, Farm, Pachinki, Ferry Pier, and all that. I suspect we're going to see quite a bit of people going in those areas tonight. So from what I could tell, only one team is going to Kameshki, and that is team number 7, I believe. Can't really see the number 2 well for a second. I thought it was a 2. Need to get a bigger screen for this shit. And we have a whole bunch of teams going to the left-hand side. Kind of looks like Rozhok area. Let's see if we can check in with these guys and figure out where they're going to. I see one team going to the Watertown. And where is... So we have Indestructible over here at Rozhok already. You can see 1, 2, 4. I believe 5 teams all landed right here. You can even see Team 15 landing extremely late. And they are going to be right on top of C4 right there. So one of the members of C4 already going down. Let me turn my volume up real quick. And as you can see, King Fresh currently knocked. You can hear somebody pushing up into the building. Going to try to go for the first, and that is Lanop. Going to go ahead and get the knock right there onto... Shit, who's the other guy? Prince LJ right there. So you could also see Acid currently knocked for Team 15 right there in front of Team 1. And then you're also going to have Indestructible back to the little hill where the warehouses are over there on the right-hand side of the road, as well as the other TG team right here on the left-hand side of the road. They're going to have all of this all to themselves. And their second team going to be right across the street from them. So they definitely... I guess didn't communicate beforehand. If I were jumping into the same scrim as one of my other teams, I would definitely not want to basically go to the same town that my other team is in. So what I thought was going to be a bunch of action right here in this town turns out not being so much. Everybody's playing a little bit reserved. Let's go over here and check in with Dyer right now. Not sure if that was a misfire, but you can currently see Hyper is out and Goyo is down. Let's see if we could zoom out and figure out where these shots are coming from real quick. And Dyer must have taken them out over here at... And here comes Aerox. Let's see what they can do. They're going to crash right here into this first warehouse. Dyer has 2 members currently still standing and the warehouse right beside him. Going to unload some shots right there onto... I believe that is Sammy. Somni. I can't read it. And Rain is going to back off just a little bit in that buggy. Now M4 is going to move in and go ahead for the Thirst. Unfortunate right there for Aerox to start this first round off. Let's go back over here with Team 21 now. They should be somewhat close to Team 12 over here in crates. And you can see Thirst and Shinka over there on the left-hand side. Almond Joy and Pink going to be to the rear over by the hill. And you can see just a little bit of damage done to one of the members for Team 21 right there. Almond Joy has quite a bit of damage done to themselves. Star is currently taking on Mark for Death. And it looks like Mark for Death has been eliminated from this first round as far as I can tell. One of the members from Team 12 currently trying for the hard flank. Let's see if he can come up right here behind the members from Team 21. They're going to be coming out of the crates right there, and they're going to land some shots on him. Does not look like he was able to land anything on them. Lethal currently knocked inside of the warehouse, though, and the rest of the team is going to be clumped all together. I definitely don't think there is any way that Lethal is going to get revived right here. Ghost trying to go for the revive and running into some of the members from Team 12 and going to get knocked and thirsted pretty quickly. So Lethal still standing inside that warehouse. They're going to use him for some bait, not going to thirst him right away. There's a possibility that he's giving away for their position, but right now being a 4v2, I really don't see it as being too much of an issue. Let's see what everybody else is up to real quick. So Ice is up there in Severny. C4 is going to be just underneath them. Right now you can see Team 12 moving in on the members from Team 21. Dusty's going to go down, and now it is just going to be up to, what is that, Audax? And going to go for a second, I thought he was going to go for the revive. So the members for Team 12 currently back up. All of them are going to push all at the same time. Only thing for cover he has right there is the little guard shack, and it is just not enough when 3 players are pushing on you. So very nice teamwork right there by Team 12 to eliminate Team 21 from our first round. And Team 24 is going to have Primorsk all to themselves. XLR8's got Melted all to themselves. And let's go over here, check in with Team 11. I saw some shots might have been exchanging as these two teams are rotating. I believe that might have been Sendy and Gameboy right there outside of, what was that, prison? Actually, no, it's going to be almost right outside of the shelter area that they were placing shots on Team 11 as they rotated by them. Now let's go up here with Team 2 and Team 18, see how close these guys are together. Alcadon going to be rocking the VSS, definitely one of my favorite guns that I've been picking up lately. Been practicing more and more with it in solo squads, and I'd have to say I definitely don't understand why I did not use this gun before. So he's going to go ahead and dip out. I'm not sure if he is the last remaining person on his team, but he is the only one I saw right there. Still going to have 3 teams over in George Pool area. As you can see, the teams from the right-hand side of the map are now starting to make their rotations inland. Aerox is possibly going to split Team 3 right there at Yasnaya. And then Team 18 is going to be rotating into Team 11. Let's go ahead and switch to them real quick. And no, they are going to go away from the gas station. So now let's go down here to Team 8. We're going to check in with Indestructibles. They are right on top of Team 4 right now. And they are going to be battling it out for school. This is going to be one of the TG teams. Currently, they have 2 in this. Right there, you are going to see both the members get knocked right there by Yappa. And then Zed is going to move in, and Zed is going to get the knock, and he is trying for the thirst. And can his teammate come in and get the... Oh, Dash Oath is going to go down, as well as Snake. I really thought Indestructible was going to take that one with how many knocks they got right there at the beginning of this one. So very nice job by Peter right there to keep his team standing. All right, now let's go over here with Team 20. You can see Team 12 letting off some shots over by crates as they rotate by. From what I can tell, it does look like they landed maybe 1 or 2, nothing too serious. So we're going to go ahead and rotate to another team, see if we can get something on stream for you guys tonight. I don't really see anybody running into anybody. Looks like Team 20 maybe circling back around, trying to get some kind of angle right here on the hill. Try to place some shots onto the guys right there in crates. All right, now let's go over here with Team 10. I believe they had rotated. No, I swear the map lies. Unless it was just a misfire. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit and see if we can tell how close these teams are actually to each other. You can see Team 25 and one of the members for Team 19 are going to be somewhat close to each other over here. And this is going to be Mind Accuracy, and I believe the other team is not Mark for Death, Random Deathmatch. And Baron is the only one standing for his team still, I believe. Let's go ahead and zoom out of this one. Nobody is close enough yet. I want to try to get some kind of battle on stream for you guys to entertain you guys. Try to get some more follows going. And I see my stream moderator is already making fun of me. So let's go ahead and check in with Team 20 over here. This is going to be Triangular Table. And Team 20 definitely placing some shots on these guys as they rotate by. You can see the vehicle's definitely starting to smoke. This is going to be Universe 7, formerly Super Saiyan guys. And Team 23 is going to be rotating through as well. That's going to be XLR8. They're going to continue rotating up the hill. And Jeb's still going to be behind that tree trying to play some shots on them. You're going to see, for a second, I thought XLR8 was going to stop up there and try to third party this one. From what I can tell, it does look like they're going to continue up that hill. And they did slow down up there, though. I'm going to go ahead and rotate out of these guys now. So you can see one of the members from Start still in Yaznaya. Some shots still being exchanged right here between Team 16 and Team 20. They're not safe. That one member for Team 12, actually, that's 2 members right there, possibly rotating up behind them. Let's rotate in with them, see how far they're actually into the city. And now we're going to rotate up here to Air Rocks. They are cutting in between 2 teams right now. You're going to see Team 2 right on their right-hand side, as well as Team 23 on their left-hand side. And they're just thread through the needle right here. You can see ice over there behind that tree. getting a little bit of cover, waiting for next zone shift to figure out where to go. And XLRA is going to have that compound to themselves down there. So the one member for random deathmatch going to be rotating the outside of the circle through the water right there. Definitely not a bad strategy. That whole entire upper portion near Zakari is completely open. And it is very possible that this zone could do a hard shift, basically, what is it, northwest? So could be a very good strategy on his part right there. And let's go down here and check in with Youngins. So they are, I believe, trying to play some shots right there onto Team 12 as they rotate outside of crates. You can see definitely a couple shots landed right there on Shinka to the right-hand side. Thirst is definitely going to get thirsted right there, though. It's going to be Stan with the Mini 14. Shinka is going to get some health recovered and going to run away from that buggy as quickly as possible as shots run closer and closer. And down goes Shinka. Nice shots right there by Derp with the AK to get the knock. And going to go ahead and get the thirst with it as well. If you have somewhat of a pretty good scope on an AK and you change it to single shot, that thing is pretty deadly from distance. Now let's rotate up here to shooting range. You're going to see 3 teams going at it right here, all in right here with XLRA at that compound. So team 2, which is Ice, is going to be at the very top of the hill. Triangular table is stuck right in the middle of this. Don't think Spaniard knows there is a team directly behind him. So no cover right there, even though he is hidden from XLRA right now. And Platinum X going to get him with a very well placed grenade. So only person still standing for triangular table is going to be Jeb. And he's going to be playing it safe and going up the ridge line, possibly coming up right behind that ice team up there. Oh, what's up, Courtney? I can't type in the chat currently, but every once in a while I do lean over and check what's going on inside of there. Hopefully Avery keeps you guys entertained for tonight. And now you're going to see Team 16 moving right up behind Jeb. And I wonder if Jeb can take on the whole entire ice team over there. Jeb currently has 2 of them knocked, and Hello is going to take him out. So Apex Grid and Alpha currently knocked. You can see Light is zoomed in, hoping to get some kind of sight. But it looks like it is only the duo for that team, though. So they're going to try to play it safe and try to get some of these placement points. And it does look like the 2 knock members for Ice will have no problems getting revived. And U7 up there on the hill is still placing some shots on them. Other than that, the majority of the teams are spread out from each other. So the zone shifted right into the shooting range area as well as crates. It basically went on the majority of the teams that are all bunched together right there at shooting range. And Star still has the 1 member up at the top, as well as Dyer is going to be on the very northern road, and War Criminals basically in that hilly compound area up there right outside of Severny. Thirsty Killers, the only ones currently still in the blue zone, so they should be rotating at any time now. These last few zones are the ones that definitely do the biggest amount of damage. And now you see Ice is going to be rotating around the compound, pick up their player Apex Grid right there and make the rotation into the next zone. And let's see what everybody else is up to real quick. And random deathmatch strategy right there definitely paid off. Should have no problems coming in right there on that northern George Pool side right there. Actually, Team 24 may touchdown right in front of him. And let's see how close these guys are to accelerate at the current moment. Mighty is gonna get a bunch of shots rained onto that Dacia. Mighty is about 1 or 2 shots right there. Mighty is gonna get knocked right there by Atlas. Some very nice shots as a whole entire team. It was either if he kept driving, that vehicle was gonna blow the fuck up, or if he was just gonna take some shots and try to hide behind a tree. So he went for option 2, and he could just not get behind that tree fast enough while XLR rained down bullets. And they are trying for the thirst on Mighty. Let's go over here and check in with U7 once again. See who they're placing some shots on. You can see the vehicle down there is blown up. And I don't think that they were shooting at anybody. I think they were just being for preemptive shots. Let's go over here, check in with Team 10, currently on top of Team 7. Cheek's gonna get a knock right there onto Ultra. Actually, I don't think the stream caught up quick enough. Got a bunch of knocks right there by Cheeks. 7 Sins, I can't tell if they are knocked. I have a feeling they are. Yep, so 7 Sins is going to be knocked behind the wall. You're going to see Air Rocks. I believe they may have all of their members. No, one of their members is currently out. Going to be coming up right here behind Cheeks, and I believe Cheeks was the last remaining member for their team alive. And C-Dub is on the other opposite hill, trying to place some shots right there onto the last remaining member for Team 10. As you can see, the spectator glitch is still in effect, where it makes me go way the fuck up in the air when I try to zoom into somebody when they are ADS. And I'm going to go over here with Team 25. And Team 11 is definitely right on top of these guys. And here come the shots. So they are going to continue to rotate. And it does not look like anything had landed. Maybe some shots on the vehicle itself. Other than that, they should get out of here pretty good. Airrock's also trying to place some shots on them as they rotate by. I believe Baron is most likely trying to stay as still as possible over there as the 2 members for Team 12 walk around him. Let's see what everybody else is up to. We have a bunch of teams. This was a hard shift to the southeast, and that's going to put one of the U7 teams inside the very center of the zone almost. Actually, both U7 teams are, so you're going to have Team 16 and Team 20, both 2 different teams, formerly SSG Blue and SSG Red. And then Thirsty Killers definitely has a pretty good where they're sitting right on that upper right-hand side of the zone. Let's go over here and check in with Light, see what they are firing on. And was that Thirsty Killers? And yes, it is. So they are trying to use the rock over there for some cover. Let's check in with Terra real quick. 4 teams going to be chilling in the very edge of George Pool North over there. All of Team Ice still standing. And one of the only member still standing for Dire is going to be rotating right by one sole member for Team 7. From what I could tell, no shots were fired in that situation. You're also going to have, actually, C-Dub is taking some shots right now. And C-Dub is very low on health. That buggy is definitely wide open to where you can get shot from almost any angle. So he's going to use this time outside of the little zone area right there to heal up. Dire Cheek still on top of the hill. You're also going to see the lone member for Star going to be rotating in as well. Let's go over here with Air Rocks now. They're going to be placing some shots onto one of the U7 teams. And out comes the smoke grenades. Game Boy going to get a little bit of damage dealt right there by that grenade landing behind him. And going to get knocked right there by Tear. Rain going to get knocked right there by Light as well. So now it is up to Sendy. You're going to see Light and Tear pushing in now. And now another vehicle is coming up directly behind them. And does he continue to rotate by? So Tear and Light definitely playing it safe, not pushing up too quickly. Light going to get the finish onto Rain. And the one member for Star landed right there on the very backside of the hill. If he pushes up right now, could definitely third-party Sendy. Two members are going to go out there to the play zone. Sendy is going to push down to the bottom of the hill, get a little bit of cover right here behind that tree. And let's switch over here to Mind. I believe they may have tried to play some shots right there onto Thirsty Killers. And the play zone is definitely causing quite a bit of damage to players as they make their final rotations. We still have a bunch of teams outside of the zone. Let's check in with XLR8 now. And I want to say they were placing some shots onto Team 20. And here comes that nade. No damage dealt. Dave currently knocked. Platinum X is going to get the knock on that one. And Marlon going to get the knock right there onto Hades. And Marlon going to get a knock in return. And Platinum X is going to get the knock onto that one as well. So that is going to be 2 kills for him right here in this building. And Thirsty Killers is taking on Mine Accuracy over here. So you can currently see Andy is knocked as well as Manny. And I believe Low Key over there is knocked as well. And that should be it for that team. Let's go up here and check in with Team 12 and Team 11. And where is Team 11 from these guys? So they are definitely taking some zone damage back there. Almond Joy is going to be hit by the zone as well. And as far out as these teams are, I don't think they're going to make it unless they absolutely boost it all the way to the zone and hope nobody is in front of them. And best bet right now would be to drive into the water. And Team 2 trying to play some shots on him. And then you can see, I believe that's Team 16 right in front of him. And that is going to be it for Almond Joy. So was definitely a nice try to get out inside a zone. But that's kind of what happens when you wait just a little bit too late. Sometimes it'll pay off in your favor. And other times it'll just make it so every territory that you're trying to claim for you and your team, it is not there. So it's a 50-50 shot. Sometimes you just got to try it and see what happens. So Sendy is going to be here right in the center of the water. I don't think Tear and Light know he's there. Check in with TG now. I believe they are placing some come on, cooperate. Trying to play some shots right here onto Team 17. You're going to see Light is going to take Sendy out of that. So they eventually did find him inside of the water. Team 4 trying to play some shots here onto Team 17 still. And I believe Ice is rocking a DP. And they are placing some shots right there on the light, but he got underwater just in time. Terror is in that little nook right there on the outside of the water. And Hades is going to make his way directly into the tower where there are a bunch of guys inside of. I believe the rest of XLRA is going to rotate over here as well. They're going to go ahead and crash it and jump out as quickly as possible. Ares is still standing inside of it though. Can he take down Nick to remove this team from? And that is it for Young. Nice job right there by XLR8 to storm in and take it for themselves. But now you can see Apex Grid is currently moving in. And that is going to be it for XLR8. So TG still has probably what I suspect is probably going to be the best place in this zone for cover. Terra and Light have the little beach area right there behind that rock. And these are going to be our 3 final teams for the first round. So TG, how many guys they still got standing over there? So they have all 4 still up. So it's a 4v2v1. I believe that is Terra and Light trying to play some shots right there onto Apex Grid. So TG right now is just trying to play it safe, waiting for anybody to show any signs of an arm or a head or something to play some shots on him. Zed right there is going to take Apex Grid out with the VSS. And Terra and Light are slowly moving up. They are going to make a smoke wall, try to get their way into the zone, try to snake it a little bit forward as long as they are in within 100 meters of that team. The grass should render in and provide them some cover. So let's get a view onto what Light can see with that M4. And you can hear the bullets just hitting the ground all around him. And he came very close to being eliminated. He is about a 1 shot right there, and that is it. TG is going to take our first round. So TG is going to have first, U7 in second, Ice in third, the other U7 team in fourth, XLR8 in fifth, Mind in sixth, and Young in seventh. So we're going to take about a 10-minute break, and we're going to go ahead and take some endgame pictures, and we will be back shortly. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get round 2 underway. So I hope to have a somewhat same plane line as the first one. I love to see stuff more on the mainlands rather than going to military or up north. Not really a fan of the whole bridge camping kind of thing. I like to see players go, I guess, one-on-one with each other or squad versus squad. Not really a big fan of people just camping and getting kills and stuff like that. All right, so in about 35 seconds, we'll go ahead and figure out what the plane line is for our second round. Go ahead and get the overlay switch for you guys. Definitely use another Red Bull right now, so we should have any kind of drop that anybody is looking for with this one. So you can go all the way to the north, all around the mainland, and you should have no problems going to Novo or military. So we should see teams a little bit more spread out this round than in the first one. So we can see how this all plays out with people being able to get some more loot. And we're already seeing our first couple teams jump out. So I have a feeling these guys are going to go to military, Novo, Milta, and Milta Power. Let's go down here to Novo. Looks like the teams are just about to land. So you currently have Team 1 and Team 20. I thought there was another one that was landing with these guys. It's going to be the sole member for Team 15. I don't think anybody on Terra's team was able to get into this match besides themselves. First knock right there, you're going to see coming from Dave with a scar. And from what I can tell, it does look like Dream is going to try to work their way over, try to get the revive on their teammate. And Cal and Soko trying to find some weapons, try to get some kind of line of sight right here, figure out where Dave got these shots off from. See where everybody else has ended up. So nobody actually went to military base. I'm actually Dave getting another knock, this time on Dream. And you can see I Hate You is trying to flank around on the left-hand side. Cal currently trying to get the revive onto Dream. Oh, I Hate You went into the crate. If he would have gone up just a little bit, he would have had the shots all day on them. Dave going to get a knock onto Cal anyways and going to go ahead and get the thirst. Dream is over there trying to... No, actually, Dream is inside the crate just behind him. Marlon going to get the knock right there onto Soko. And Dream is now working his way up onto the little ramp. Going to get knocked right there. And U7 is going to eliminate all of... I forget which team it was. It's either Team 1 or Team 2. Cannot remember. Now let's go over here to Pachinki. I believe there were 3 teams that had dropped here. One of them has already been eliminated. And Star is going to get a knock and a thirst. So right now we're currently watching Young and the other TG team. Nick going to be using the rooftops right there, jumping from roof to roof, trying to get a line of sight onto some of the TG guys in the buildings right in front of him. And all 3 of them are going to be inside that 3-story right there. So Zed is going to get knocked as soon as he gets to the window. One nade right now could take out 75% of that team. Oh, Nick almost had the parkour jump. And Young is pushing up right now. Zed is going to get knocked, as well as some Chinese letters that I can't fucking read. And it is just going to be up to Viet. Viet going to be taking a couple in the back. Going to go ahead and jump off, and he is going to get thirsted right there by, who was that, Nick or Derp? That should go to Derp. And he was using the shoddy on that one. So let's go up here, rotate up to Yaznaya. Some shots being exchanged between Team 21, Team 3, and Team 14. MFD taking some shots down onto, actually, I'm not sure what team that is over there. Actually, that is some of the members from Team 14. Let's go over here and check in with Mark for Death real quick. And it looks like the guy they just went up against was camping in the attic of the building. I can't really say a whole lot. You got 4 guys rushing down on you. Just try to figure out somewhere to go, not create any kind of footsteps, and try to live a bit longer. But I have a feeling they had seen him go up there or heard his footsteps. You can see Hexy is now pushing up a little bit. I thought Shadow was going to be pushing into the building right next to him. And he ended up backing off just a little bit. You're also still going to see OG just off behind AKM. Over to, I believe that is the southwest. And now Reigns has met back up with Shadow. Indestructible is taking on Critical Force. And Mark for Death is now pushing up since they have all of their teammates all standing. And looks like they all have full health. Shadow is going to get knocked right there by Hexy with the Uzi. Reigns is over there peeking the wall just behind the little deli building that Shadow's inside. And that nade did not have the distance to it. So Hexy's going to be pushing up. Boo Boo Chicken just right on his tail. Reigns has backed off now to the other building, trying to get a different line of sight. Going to get some shots landed on him. He's going to go ahead and retreat just a little bit. And AKM and I can't read your name are over there on the opposite side of the road, trying to get their line of sight on these guys fastly approaching Reigns. And Reigns is doing anything he can to try to lead these guys back towards his team. And he's going to go ahead and lay down in the very center of the road behind one of the barricades. You're going to see one of the Mark for Death members fall into their trap. And he is going to go ahead and get knocked and thirsted pretty quickly. Hexy now going to get knocked right there by Reigns with the Uzi. And Coops is going to go down as well. So now it is just up to Boo Boo Chicken. And let's see where he is at. Trying to play some shots right there through the window. And he is going to be eliminated right there by Reigns. So very nice job right there by Star. Actually to Reigns to have that whole team chase him and lead them back towards his team. So it was a very risky chance, but ended up having just the right amount of distance between him and the other team to basically get away without being shot in the back. So let's rotate up here to Accelerate. They are going to be right next to Team 12 over here in, I believe they're at Crates. Now they're at South George. I take that back. So like I say, everybody I ever play with, I do not want to go to any apartment building anywhere on the map unless I already have loot, because they are absolute fucking garbage. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, you might have some good fights there, but whatever ammo you find, you're going to end up using to basically defend a pile of shit. So Platinum X has pushed up. He is going to rotate just to the other side of the road and use the little broken wall right there for a little bit of cover. Pink currently knocked. Now Shinka has gone down right there by Ares with the AK. Thirst is going to move in, jump down, try to get the revive right there onto his teammate. And Pink is now back up. Platinum X is trying to flank and almost had the Thirst onto Shinka and very narrowly almost went out himself. He has got a very small sliver of life right there. So they are currently hiding inside a little shack right there in front of Atlas. And Thirst is going to be on the second story inside the little room. And Hades going to go ahead and Thirst Shinka. And now Accelerate has figured out where these other two members are hiding. Thirst's going to go ahead and get knocked on the inside of the building. And then Almond Joy is going to go ahead and get knocked. And Pink is going to go ahead and get knocked as well. So not a single person went down for... Actually, I take that back. I did not see Ares go down. I thought they had all remained standing during that exchange. But nevertheless, very nice job right there by Accelerate. I love to see very good communication and teamwork between a team. I don't like lone soldiers whatsoever. Anybody that has ever played with me, I love it when you guys mark targets. If you end up trying to just basically get all the kills yourself, I probably won't play with you anymore. And some of you might already know that, but that's just how I play. I've always tried to be a team player in this one. So Team 2, Team 24, somewhat close over there in North George. I don't believe they're as close as they look on my map. No, they are pretty spread out. Right now, all of the teams far enough apart to where I don't think anything should be going on right now, but let's go over here and check in with Team 17. You can see Yeet has currently been knocked. And Tear is going to try to take on the entire young team by himself and was unable to get more than one knock. Now let's switch up here to Dire. They're going to be rotating. No, they are going to go around Team 16. I was hoping they'd go straight in and try to get some action going. It's possible that they may use this hill for some cover to try to play some shots onto Team 16 just off in the distance. And here come the shots. So they are definitely trying to play some shots while they're chilling over there in shooting range. And two of the members from Team 16 have broken off and made their way to Severny. So they could go for the hard flank and come up right here behind Dire if they are not paying attention. Raymond has had some shots landed on him over there in their shooting range, nothing too serious. And now you're going to see Goyo is going to break off and possibly go for the flank. He's got Cheeks with him. Actually, three of them. They're just rotating backwards. We're going to go ahead and move out of this one. Let's go over here. I'm not sure if Mind is going to rotate into the last member for TT right there. He's going to go ahead and continue forward. So 18 teams are still standing. I think at the very beginning, I think we might have had 23 or 24 teams. So we haven't really lost that many. But like I said earlier, with the plane line that we had, the teams were going to be a little bit more spread out because they had basically anywhere they wanted to jump at their access. And now we're going to go over here with Team 11, spectate them as some of these teams rotate in around them. And they did not try to place any shots onto the one member for Team 25 as they rotate by. Now let's see how close Ice is to Team 24 over here. So Team 24 is going to be in the cluster of apartment buildings right here. So Matt going to get a knock right there onto Cheeks. And Goyo's gonna turn around and get a knock onto Cartoon. Low-key gonna knock, or sorry, Thirst Cheeks, and Goyo's gonna go ahead and knock Mac. M4 is gonna get the Thirst. And I believe one member for Thirsty Killers may be still standing if I counted that correctly. Yeah, Low-key is still fighting. Gonna go ahead and knock and Thirst Hyper. Goyo gonna turn around and take him back out though. So I believe that should be it for Thirsty Killers. Oh, my bad. So Andy was still standing. Gonna go back down here with Young. And they did have a team rotate directly in front of them. That is going to be Tweed and Clap. And Clap's going to go ahead and get thirsted. Tweed has made his way back to the vehicle and has gotten out of there. Now let's go over here. And of course, it clicked on the airdrop instead of some players. And Tweed and Gry Guy have rotated by Dave and Marlon over here. And Rye Guy has been knocked on the top of the mountain. Tweed is about to get hit with is that an AWM? And it is. So I believe he had just made it over the crest of that hill just in time. I'm not sure if Rye Guy has made it over yet, but it is possible that he is in an area that they cannot hit him. Yeah, they should be able to have the revive. So as we currently stand, there are only 3 teams outside of the zone. They should eventually make their way in. Zone has started to move. Stan going to get a knock onto Jailer. VZ going to get a knock onto Stan. Let's go over here and check that one out. So they are going to be battling it out. Where is this? This is Ruins. So Stan currently knocked as well as Nick. And is that Bakita is knocked over there. So Jailer's still standing. You can see Derp jumping down, trying to get over to Nick. And VZ is currently standing as well. So right now it is a 2v2. And if Derp can get the revive, it's going to be a 3v2. Game Boy going to get a knock onto Hades. And now Yeet is going to get knocked by VZ. So Nick has restored some of his health. Game Boy going to get the thirst onto Hades. And Nick is going to get knocked now as well. So now it is going to be a 2v1. It's going to be Dirt versus Jailer and BZ. Jailer is pushing forward. And almost made some connections right there with those bullets. And Jailer was going for the dive and almost had him. But BZ ended up coming in, backing up Jailer, and they are going to eliminate them from the second round. I still think Dave and Marlon's team are trying to play some shots onto Tweed and Rye Guy over here on the top of the hill. So when we left earlier, Rye Guy was not. Tweed was very low on health as well. And now they are going to be sandwiched right in between U7 and Air Rocks. So 2 very good teams to basically have to take on either. Being sandwiched right in between each other, they could use this to either one of them's advantage and push up. And we should have a very good zone at the end of this one. I have a feeling it is going to be right around the mountain where Tweed and Ryguy are at, so it should make for a very interesting ending. Right now, you're going to see some shots being exchanged between Team 20 and Team 3. And Harlem trying to play some shots on them as they rotate by in the buggy. From what I can tell, it doesn't look like anything is... Actually, I take that back. 1 or 2 ended up landing right there at the end. Team 11 is moving up to the rear of Team 3. Let's see how close these guys are actually together. And they are pushing up on the compound just below the little hill right there below them. And 2 of the members for Team 11 have now pushed up. And here comes the whole team. So Reigns is low on health, trying to hide a little bit and heal up. And one of the members for Team 11 going to be knocked. One of the members for Team 3 now knocked. And it's going to be a 2v3. Rain's going to jump out the window, get a different line of sight on him. Going to go ahead and get a knock. They are going to push up in the building in front of them. Both of them are going to go ahead and push and try to eliminate Team 11. And Mata and Josephine still standing. Rain's going to go for the drop shot and connect. And now it is just going to be a 1v1. And that is going to be it for Team 11. So very nice job right there by Reigns to keep his team in this one. Check in with Team 24. Exchanging some shots right now with Team 2. You can see Fear over there behind the tree, severely low on health. Tater Tat currently knocked for Team 24. And Zaddy is taking a couple to the face right there by Gasman with that Mini 14. Apex Grig going to be hopping across like a rabbit, try to get to their teammate. And Apex Grid now is going to get knocked by Wolfie. Let's see how far that team... So one of the members for Team 24 has gone ahead and hard flanked right here Team 2. I don't think that they know he's there yet. And he is going to get the final on Fear with the VSS. And Wolfie's going to go ahead and confirm the kill onto Apex Grid. Oh, he looked right at M4. He has to know he's there. And vehicle starting up, and that is going to be it for Dyer. I believe Machine is the only one standing for his team. He's going to go ahead and run across the zone. He's got about a minute until this zone shifts. And let's see how far away. He is actually really far away from this zone. Without a vehicle, this may not be possible unless they have a bunch of health kits. Let's go ahead and rotate to the zone now. We're going to see random deathmatch right here on Tweed and Ryguy. And Ryguy, you can see peeking the very corner of that rock. And Rogue saw him. Tweed gonna get knocked right there by Baron. And now it is just up to Ryguy. You can see the mollies and everything are coming out. And it did not connect. That one might have... Oh, just a little bit too far on that one. So Tweed was able to get revived. And now you can see random deathmatch pushing up. Can they pull this off? Tweed does not have any time to heal. Tweed going to get knocked once again. Rye Guy is going to be using the rock for a little bit of cover. He's going to take one to the back as he falls backwards. Baron going to be pushing up, and he is going for the revive once again. I'm not sure he's going to have enough time on this one. And he is going to get the knock on the Baron, and that is going to be it for Team 6. Check over here with Team 16. Carla going to be taking down Jailer with the VSS. So right now we still have 12 teams standing. Jeb going to be taking down one of the members from Indestructibles. And I was definitely right on calling the end zone on this one. So old man Bacon over there taking down some people. And he is going to get knocked by Mr. Chinese Symbols. Playzone going to claim Tater Cat. Or Tater Tot, or wherever the fuck it was. Didn't get a chance to see the end name. Dave going to be taking down Carla right there with the M4. Just a knock. Let's see if her team can get her back up. So Aerox is now moving forward, trying to make their way to the zone. They are right on the back side, so they are the only ones currently back there. And then Joey has rotated in right behind Dave, Marlon, and Harlem. Actually, is Marlon still alive? And Dave going to hop in the vehicle and go ahead and rotate forward. Joey and Yappa have now pushed forward. Dave is going to rotate back. Platinum X going to get taken out. Dave going to get knocked right there by Yappa. And Joey is using the vehicle for a little bit of cover. I Hate You is now going to peek the side of the building. Jeb is going to get the knock onto that one. So he is helping out Indestructibles right there. And now it is just up to Harlem. So it's going to be a 2v1. Not sure if these guys are going to push or not. So Harlem is going to back off. And I Hate You is going to try to move over. And Yappa is going to go ahead and get the finish onto him. Jeb going to get the knock right there onto Yappa. And now let's make our way up the hill and see the battle going on between Star and what is up there? Random deathmatch. The lone member for Ice. And there is everybody on every side of this hill right now. You're going to have one member for Team 24. 4 members for Team 16 right here in the middle. Air Rocks currently has 3 members still standing. Random Deathmatch has 2 members at the very top. Star has 3 members still up. I believe Reigns is currently not. Dave going to be eliminated by the play zone. Fugazi going to take down Gasman. And Harlem is going to eliminate Yappa. Carla is going to take down Rogue. So now we are down to our 4 final teams of our second round. So you have Star over here at the very top. Team 16 right here in the very center. They still have 4 members still standing. Aerox is going to be at the very base to the northeast. And Jeb is going to be all by himself for triangular table over there on the other side. Raymond going to get knocked and thirsted. Let's get a first-person view right here. Carla rocking the VSS. Let's see if she can get any shots placed on air rocks. And there it is. Game Boy is going to get knocked by Carla. Somni going to jump in the vehicle and try to get out of there. Carla was unsuccessful, landing some shots right there. AKM is going to get a knock onto one of the members right here. Jeb is going to take down Somni as he rotated over the hill, and Fugazi is going to go ahead and get Jeb in return. So Playzone is going to take out Game Boy. And where is Star? Star is currently broken up. So two of their members going to be a little bit farther down the hill. Carla going to go ahead and get knocked right there. And both of them are going to be eliminated from this one. And this is going to be our final two teams. So it's going to be Fugazi for Air Rocks. And then he is going to go against three members for Star. And AKM definitely landing some shots on him right there. He's going to go ahead and find some cover behind that rock. AKM going to be pushing up, and he is going to go ahead and get the finish. So Star is going to be the victors of our second round. So I'm going to go ahead and take some end game pictures really quick. I'll go ahead and get the match set up for our third and final round of tonight. And that way we can go ahead and get everybody to their next scrim. So stay tuned. I will announce the codes very shortly. All right, everybody, this is going to be our third and final round of tonight. So let's go ahead and get the music out of here. And we'll go ahead and switch to our final overlay. Let's bring the sound back in my microphone. Sorry, I was reading something on Discord real quick. So in 20 seconds, we'll go ahead and figure out our final playing line for tonight. Hopefully it is just as good as the two we have had previously tonight. Actually, kind of want to switch this one up. I want this one kind of go to military for our last one for tonight. Get you guys some of the bridge battles you like seeing. And this might change. This is going to be a complete opposite line of last game. This is going to go from the Gatka Quarry area all the way up to Kameshki. So once again, the whole mainland should have absolutely no problems. I really don't think anybody is going to rotate to military or Novo this round. Other than that, I should probably see two or three teams land Pachinki. I definitely expect at least two teams going like Georgeville Crates, Georgeville South. I have a feeling within all of Georgeville total, there'll probably be about 5 teams. And from what I can tell, it looks like Team 24 is headed to the Primorsk area. Team 9, which is Air Rocks, from what I can tell, they are headed towards little no-name buildings and that little warehouse area right outside the quarry area. Random deathmatch is on the little houses on the northern pass up to Georgepool. So 1, 2, 3. I think only 3 or 4 teams are in Georgepool. So let's go ahead and check in with Team 17 right now. Currently, Nick is very low on health. Let's see who would have exchanged those shots, and that is going to be Team 12. So Team 12, Team 17 going to be battling it out for Crates area. Nick did have some health, going to get himself back up there. And this is going to be, I don't think, was it Team 17 last game? Fighting between this same exact team and Crates. So Shinka having a couple shots landed on them. And let me check the map real quick, see what everybody else is up to. So not a whole lot in Pachinki. There are definitely quite a few teams in the Rostock area, as well as Yasnaya. I'm going to rotate over there real quick and see what's going on between these, 3 or 4 teams? And it is going to be Indestructibles and Team 11 right here on the right-hand side of the road. And on the left, we're going to have one of the TG teams. So Justin currently knocked as well as Mata. And I believe TG is going to go ahead and take this time to go ahead and rotate out of here. So Indestructibles have eliminated 2 of the members from Team 11. It's going to come down to Josephine and Mighty. And let's go ahead and rotate out of here. I think the battle over here is going to be finished. Check in over here with Team 18. And I believe C4 was taking on Team 6. But let's go ahead and rotate up to Yasnaya at the moment. MFD have started exchanging shots with Star over here in Yasnaya. And you are also going to have Team 25 directly behind Star. And Thirst is going to take down Derp, and Stan is going to take down Thirst back in return. And I believe both of those were Thirst as well. Pink is going to go ahead and get a knock on the Nick. And Apex Grid is going down to Mr. Chinese Letter Dude. Alright, so for anybody watching the stream, if you would like some kind of staff role in these Unknown Soldier scrims, go ahead and send me a DM on Discord. Doesn't have to be right this second, but I would like to have some people go ahead and get some help so I don't have as much to do. As you like normal, I pretty much do everything from scores to streaming, broadcasting, setting up all of the events, checking in all the teams, basically every aspect of this. Basically for people to calculate scores, keep track of scores, make sure all the rosters, all the teams, everything all in the correct slots, some spectators. So basically just easy stuff. So if you would like to go ahead and get, I guess, your name out there for a reputable scrimmage, go ahead and send me a message and let me know what you've done in the past, and we'll go from there. So right now, Jacob currently knocked. Team has spread out just a little bit. Jailer gonna, ooh, never mind. Shadow is gonna take him down with the Scar. And VZ as well is knocked just across the street. I'm definitely sure Jailer does not want to go for that one. Best bet, just get out of there. VZ is going to be eliminated right there by Shadow. Mark for Death is going to backtrack a little bit, get a little bit farther into our final round for tonight. And Jailer is actually going to stick this one out and try to take on Star all by themselves. And that is going to be it for Jailer. Who else is pretty close? So let's go down here with Team 2. I believe there might have been another team down here in Primorsk with them. Yeah, it's going to be Team 24. But they are going to be on the complete opposite side of town. Let's check out just outside Roshoff right now. You can see Joey with the DP trying to rain some shots down onto Team 11 as they rotate out. I believe that is Josephine. I believe that's what the name was when it popped up on my screen. You're also going to see one of the TG teams over there in School Apartments. And there is no vehicle inside of the garage, which is unfortunate. Vehicles definitely make rotations a lot smoother. But if you don't have an experienced driver, it can be very, very deadly. How close is TT and TK up here? So Spaniard, Jeb, and Paulo have all been eliminated. Right now it is all down to John. Should have nothing to worry about. Does not look like the other team is close to him. Zoom out just a little bit. And Team 24 looks to have gotten a lot closer to Team 2. So they're going to run into each other just over here on like where the warehouses are in Primorsk. So you're going to see Tater Tot is currently knocked over there by the shack. Smoke grenade currently out, and that nade almost took them out. Did not get through the doorway just enough to cause any kind of damage, and that grenade right there by Zaddy is going to land. And Wolfie and McGhost are going to be right here near the deli. McGhost going to be a little bit back in the two-story behind it. Wolfie is going to retreat a little bit back to his teammate. You're going to see some shots right there by Zaddy land on Wolfie as he is retreating. And now it looks like they are going to push back to the one-story behind it now. McGhost currently still in the two-story. And Wolfie is going to get knocked right there by Zaddy with the M16. Ghost's going to push back now, go for the revive. He should have enough time to get his teammate back up, but I'm not sure if Wolfie will have enough time to heal. He's most likely going to have to fight as soon as he gets back up. Oh, Zaddy almost had the shot as they jumped across the little alleyway right there. So Wolfie was able to get their help back up. So team backing off just a little bit helped him out a little. Machine pushing up, going right past Wolfie. And he is actually hiding behind the door in that little shack. And McGhost getting some shots landed on him by Zaddy with the M16 again. So right now, Ice is playing a little reserved. Not sure if they counted how many kills there are already, but in a 4v2 situation, should be playing a little aggressive. So Machine right there is going to take down Wolfie, so it is going to be just up to McGhost. Ice has pushed up now into this three-story. Three of them inside of it, going to be pushing upstairs. And here we go. And that is going to be it for McGhost. Let's go over here and check in with Team 14. And Thirsty Killers is trying to take down John. Switch over here to Team 17. They're going to have Team 1 right beside them over here in Pachinki now. And TG, I believe, is maybe 3 or 4 buildings down, so really not too far away. Nick is definitely the closest one to him, and Stan is going to be just behind him. So right now they are, what is it, a 4v2. So Stan is going to use the rooftops right here. Dream is on the rooftops over there for TG. And Dream going to get knocked. And Yeet is across the street. I actually did not see him over there either. Yeet trying to play some shots on a cow through that window. And they should have no problems getting their teammate back up. One person is providing the cover fire while Soko gets the revive. So now all 4 members for TG are back up. See what the other teams are up to real quick. And what is Mark for Death doing over here? They are taking on Star, and I believe they have just eliminated them from this. Switch back to Young real quick. So Yeet currently knocked. So now it is going to be a 4v2. Nick going to get the knock onto Cow in the 2-story in front of him. Nick is going to push forward now. And he is now backtracking again. So Stan made his way across the street to go ahead and get the revive onto Yeet. Now it is back up to a 4v3. And Josephine made their way down to military. Should have some badass loot by the time they come out of there. Let's go over here with the airdrop. Where is Team 16? So they're going to have the compound right there all to themselves. Nick's going to go ahead and get a knock onto Dream. Soko going to get a knock as well. And now all the teams should be rotating into the zone. Go back to Pachinki one more time. So I believe it's been knock for knock so far. So Nick severely low on health right there. Dream severely low on health as well. So it seems like when one team gets a knock, the other team gets a knock, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Both these teams right now playing a little passive. I wish I had that one setting from PMCO where the little characters inside these buildings would glow and you could pretty much see like every movement they were doing without having to go in and zoom in very close. Switch over here to C4 real quick. They are rotating by Team 16. Does not look like any shots have landed on them. But you can see some being rained out right there by Team 6. Is that Team 16? Can't remember. And still a battle between Team 17 and I believe it was Team 1. War Criminal is going to be rotating in right here behind it. Indestructibles now. And it's checking in with Old Man Bacon. He's going to go ahead and continue rotating. And let's check in with Team 15. I want to say that was a misfire. And now switch up here to Team 7. They have rotated into Team 5. And Coops is going to get one of these kills, and I believe Hexy got the other. And now it looks like Young has moved in very close to Team 1 now. They ended up getting one of their teammates eliminated. One of the members for Team 1 currently knocked. Let's see what else we got going on. So let's check in with Aerox down here. And let's go back up to Dave's team. Team 15 is going to be rotating by them right now. Let's see if they can get some kind of eyes on them. I believe Nothing going to go down at the current second. Two teams in Pachinki still battling it out. Oh my god, I need another fucking Red Bull. So I may switch back to them for just a second. But it does look like TG has now become the victors over there in Pachinki. And Mark for Death is going to be rotating by them right now. Let's go over here and check in with Team 16. They did rotate right in front of Team 8. Team 8 going to get some shots on them as they continue to rotate. And you can see Joey currently knocked. Yappa still standing as well as Oath. And two of the members for Team 16 currently knocked. Carla's still going to be standing. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. And now Yappa is going in as quickly as possible. And did land a couple right there onto Carla. And she is going to be eliminated from this one. Very nice job right there by Oath and Yappa to go ahead and push in and use teamwork with two different angles to place shots through the window and the doorway to eliminate her. Now let's switch over to Team 12. They're going to have Aerox and Team 19 right next to them. Game Boy is going to get a nice knock onto Shrinka with a frag grenade. And going to be chilling right there behind the tree. So Somni's going to get the finish onto Shrinka. Random death match is going to be just at the bottom of the hill in that, I guess, kind of a smaller compound down there. Dyer is going to... I believe that is all of the members of Mark for Death right there. And I believe that is a squad wipe for M4. All right, let's check in with C-Dub now. He's currently in the little drainage ditch outside of, what was that, Pachinki? And I believe Aerox has just taken down Random Deathmatch. But for a second, I thought C-Dub was going to step out of there. Actually, there was two guys in there. I didn't see the other dude. Thirsty Killers is just outside where they are in that compound. So they do have that little like drainage ditch in front of them. But I believe if they were to rotate right now, they would most likely be seen. Marlon going to get a knock on to Capo. And let's go over here and check in with Team 20. And we're going to go ahead and check in with the other U17. And they are going to be taking on Team 8 at the moment. And right now, Unruly currently knocked. They're going to try to pull the buggy up, give them some cover, go for the revive. Dyer's going to have the compound right there below the hill. Indestructible 3 members still standing, going to be in the open field using the little hay barrel over there to the southeast. And now Light is going to back off after getting the revive under Unruly. And most likely he is going to hop in that buggy and rotate backwards. Or they're going to meet up a little bit further down. give him a little bit of a distraction, and then, yeah, they are going to go ahead and rotate out. So it did look like they were about to rotate to that compound and made a complete 360 back to where they were. So War Criminals is quite far outside the hill right now, or sorry, outside the zone. And you're going to see U7 try to play some shots onto ice as they rotate by. They are going to continue rotating over here to the other compound where Dyer is currently at. Apex Grid's going to jump out and I believe get knocked almost instantly. Machine's going to get knocked as soon as they jump over the wall. And I believe the only one standing right now is Fear. And no, that is it for ice for our third round. Let's go up here with Joey. See them trying to play some shots on U7 over there in the little shack. So Tear has been knocked by a vehicle explosion. And now there are some shots fired over here by, what's that, Critical Force? And Cheek's going to get knocked right there trying to get back onto the motorcycle. That's going to be a knock right there for Kill Sharp. Let's go and check in with the other U17. And they are looking for the Dire guys that just jumped out of that one. You can see him placing some shots right there onto Goyo. Lost going to get a knock. And Hyper is trying to get away. Almost gets some shots placed on him by the SKS. So we do still have a bunch of teams still alive. We have 8 teams still standing, 24 people. And right now the hotspot is all the crevices on this hill. So even the teams out there in the field trying to rotate in, they're going to come into a line of players. And let's see where Team 15 tries to rotate to. They are going to run right into Dyer. They're going to go ahead and jump out. They're going to get knocked. And that is going to be it for one of the U7 teams. And for getting a bunch more kills right there. Switch back up here to Joey. Dave's still very low on health. This zone has now rotated further in. And this is when the zone absolutely sucks the health out of you. Play zone's going to claim a victim. You can see Prince LJ right there, very low on health. And Thirsty Killer's just down the hill. He's going to have not too bad a cover. They are using vehicles for some cover right now. The only problem with those is they aren't blown up yet. So if anybody were to place a bunch of shots onto them, you guys already know what is going to happen. Let's watch these guys as they rotate over here to Indestructibles. Let's actually get a line of sight from them and see what is going on. So Oath and Joey can hear the vehicles moving directly in front of them. And now U7 has also heard these vehicles move in. So they're going to try to throw nades and everything over this hill, try to get some lucky knocks. And now we are down to our last 4 final teams. It is going to be Air Rocks, U7, Thirsty Killers, and Indestructibles. So Oath and Joey trying to snake their way a little bit more forward. Try to third party these teams that have I believe, all of them except Aerox over there have full squads. Thirsty Killer's trying to play some shots from what I can tell over there onto Aerox. Oath is just outside of the zone. Telly going to get a knock right there onto Lost. Dave going to get a knock onto Rain in return. And I believe I Hate You is right there in front of them behind this rock. Going to be using the smoke for a little bit of cover. Trying to play some blind fire through it, hoping to get a lucky knock or cause some damage. And Telly is now going to get knocked as well. And is Rain back up? I don't think he is. And Thirsty Killers has just been eliminated by Indestructible. So now we are down to our final 3 teams. And U7 playing a little bit passive right now. I thought all 4 of them were going to rush in and try to eliminate Aerox from this. But they ended up waiting. I think they got a little bit distracted by the gunshots behind them. So Telly and Rain are now back up. And U7 is going to be sandwiched right in the middle of these 2 teams. Dave going to play a little bit back from the other 3 members on his team. Rain going to get knocked right there by I Hate You with the scar. Dave going to take down Joey. Marlon going to take down Telly. And Marlon's going to go ahead and go for the Thirst. And U7, I believe, is going to be the winner of our 3rd and final round of tonight. So, yeah, U7's going to go out in first. Indestructibles in second. Aerox in third. Thirsty Killers in fourth. I'm not sure what Mighty and his team's clan name is, but I can check that later. Critical Force in sixth. And Dire in seventh. So thank you for everybody for tuning in for another Wednesday night scrim hosted by the Unknown Soldiers and sponsored by Omlet Arcade. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, follow button, Facebook, hit ! Notify to be notified every time we go ahead and go for a stream. If you are on our Discord, go ahead and head over to our social media channel. Basically, we have all of our streams, every kind of one of our social medias, like our Facebook, Twitter, everything like that, and I think Instagram too. Every follow, like I say, every single week helps. Trying to get as well known as possible in the community. Try to get more and more teams every single week to get on stream for you guys. And definitely hope you enjoy the content. And I definitely appreciate all these teams coming back week after week after week. It definitely means a lot to me. And I believe in probably about 30 minutes, I'll go ahead and open registration for next week. Look out for my ping. And like always, the first 25 teams to submit a roster will most likely be our starters. And then 24 hours before the Wednesday night scrim starts, I open up check-in. And that's when we determine who will actually be our first 25 teams starting for the night. I do always take subs just in case teams check in and do not show up. So never think that if you are not the first 25 teams to submit a roster that you won't get in. That is never the case. People always don't show up. So once again, this is Snowback, and I'm signing off for the night, and thank you for tuning in.